Hey guys, I'm Kamell and welcome back to the Duel Links Entertainment YouTube channel. We are back with another box review in a row. Just after yesterday, after the maintenance, the Selection Box Volume 2 mini box was leaked. And yeah, man, it is in the game. Another Selection Box so soon after the first one. Konami is really trying to put the squeeze on us, so I am joined today by PDS, and we are going to go over the cards in the selection box.
Hey everybody, how are you doing? I guess we just get started with the first card, which is the Chaos Dragon Levianeer. And it
Right.
says it cannot be normal summoned or sat, so no tributing for this guy. It must first be special summoned by banishing 3 lights and or 3 dark monsters. So you just need a grand total of 3, either light or dark. And when it's summoned this way, you can apply this effect based on the attributes of the monster banished for the special summon. And then it can't attack for this turn. So if you used only light monsters, you can special summon 1 monster from your graveyard in defense position. And if you used only dark monsters, you can shuffle 1 card at random from your opponent's hand. And if you use both lights and darks, you can destroy 2 cards on the field.
Wow. Whoa,
So,
that is pretty powerful. I mean,
yeah, it's a pretty insane card, especially since the only other great chaos monster, chaos is basically any deck that plays lights and darks.
right.
But the only other good one we've had was really Chaos Sorcerer, and this is like a huge step up from him.
Yeah, he kind of like has a Chaos Sorcerer effect, but on steroids. That's very powerful.
Yeah, so this card is really amazing in the Thunder Dragon deck because Thunder Dragons that deck already plays lights and darks. So, and then also getting banished is really good for them. But this isn't a card that you can play it on the first turn, but it's more of a late game monster.
Yeah, it
like
feels
on the
like
second turn.
yeah, it feels like it's a game closer. You know, like you can bring him out with the resources you already used to pop 2 and let your other stuff, like if you're going to the Thunder Dragons or Dragon Duo and stuff, deal with their life points.
Yeah, this is also a really like that you can play this in conjunction with the Dragon Duo because sometimes you need a big boss monster like this guy. He's got 3k, so that's enough to get over a ton of stuff right now. And the hand effect, I don't think it's going to be super like you're not going to be able to pull it off consistently, but the pop 2 you're definitely going to be able to get every single time.
Right. Yeah, so wow, this card seems very, very impactful. Of course, they're going to have to release something crazy for people to want to buy a selection box. So
Yeah,
my
and
eyes are going to be on that.
this card is really good with a card in a previous box called
Eclipse Wyvern. So if you guys don't know, Eclipse Wyvern is in that Valiant Souls box that we keep talking so much about. It is a light level 4, and if this card is sent to the graveyard, banish 1 level 7 or higher light or dark dragon type monster from your deck. If this card is banished from your graveyard, you can add the monster banished by this card's effect to your hand.
Yeah, so you have a lot of decks playing the Lightsworn engine right now. So if you mill this card off of Charge of the Light Brigade, or even if it's sent as a discard, if you set it and it's sent to the graveyard, as long as it touches the graveyard, you can banish the Chaos Levianeer, and then you can use the light to summon out your Dragon Duo.
Right.
And then when Eclipse Wyvern is banished with Dragon Duo, you can add the Chaos Levianeer to your hand. So you can right there is 5,000 damage.
All right. Wow.
And you also get 2 pops, so it's pretty crazy.
So definitely now people are going to have a reason to use that card. If you have them, if you were getting your Canadias, you definitely have Eclipse Wyvern. So that is the new banger UR card. Let's take a look at some of the other cards that are coming. Looks like Cyber Dragon is getting an alternate art in this selection box. That's going to be strange,
yeah,
right?
It's this is the art that I believe Zane used after he got his Cyber Darks, right?
Yep. This is what the Cyber Dragons look like. I have this alternate art. It's sick.
Pretty nice because I actually only have 1 Cyber Dragon, so this is going to be a nice way to get more copies.
Yeah, it'll be
And
nice to get the alternate art. It looks nice.
yeah, and then the final UR is Witch of the Black Forest, which
Yeah.
some of you might be like, "Whoa, that card is crazy," but it actually received an errata about a year or two ago,
Hmm.
so it's not the same card that you might have remembered
Yeah,
from.
so for those of you who don't know, an errata is when a card's text gets updated because it's a very old card and its text uses like very old terms, doesn't use the same problem solving text that cards nowadays use. So they update its effect and card text. So, Witch of the Black Forest, level 4, this has been famously banned in the TCG for a very long time as well. So we
Yeah,
have
they had to change the effect to get it unbanned, basically.
Yeah, so if this card is set from the field to the graveyard, add one monster with 1500 or less defense from your deck to your hand, but you cannot activate cards or effects of cards with that name for the rest of this turn. You can only use this effect of Witch of the Black Forest once per turn. So that's the errata, right? You cannot
Yeah,
activate cards or the effects of cards with that name for the rest of this turn.
yeah, and it has a very similar effect to Sanguine. You
Mm-hmm.
know, Sanguine's an old card, but this one is defense, and that's pretty big because a lot of like super nostalgic, like really old cards have like pretty bad defense. So, one that comes to mind is something like Jinzo. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Jinzo only has 1500 defense, so Witch of the
Wow.
Black Forest can go ahead and fetch you a Jinzo. There's a whole bunch of cards that this card can get for you. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, pretty interesting. And just to be noted, Sengan did receive a similar errata, right? Preventing you
Yeah.
to just search stuff and then use it right away
Yeah,
as
what they
well.
want these cards to do is like you set them, your opponent swings into them, and then on your turn, on your next turn, you can use the cards. You
Hmm.
can't use it on the same. So it's good for a little consistency boost. Maybe you got some meme decks in the back trying to improve their consistency. You have another way to get to certain cards you're looking for.
Right. Okay, so that is going to do it for the new URs. Now we're going to go to the SRs. Now, by the way, the selection box will have more cards than this alone. You can see Galaxy Cyclone and Tredge are in here as well, but we're interested in the new cards coming to the game because that's probably what you should base around whether you buy it or not. You know, old cards are old cards, new cards. It depends on whether it's worth getting them before they actually release in their respective boxes. That's what decides the strength of a selection box. So the first SR we have is Fairy Tale Rella, light level 4 spellcaster. Neither player can target monsters on the field. Oops. Monsters on the field with spell cards or effects except this one. Once per turn, you can discard one spell card, equip one equip spell card from your hand, deck, or graveyard to this card, but return that equip spell card to the hand during the end phase.
So this card is a little bit interesting because as we get more equips, it
Right.
becomes more of a cooler card. I think right now the only really good equip you can get is something like Power of the
Power
Guardians.
of the Guardians,
Yeah, you
yeah.
go ahead and just you discard a spell, put Power of the Guardians, and then
But
it does return to your
unfortunately,
hand.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's a huge problem. But I mean, it is a way to get to it faster if you're one of those Power of the Guardians fans. Here's a way to get to it a little bit faster.
Yeah, so this is a perfect example of a card that's going to be like thrown into a main box as a filler SR. Like, it's not going to do much. So, again, a new card being at this level of like impactfulness, you got has to make you think about whether this box is worth it. So, next card, United We Stand. It says equipped spell. The equipped monster gains 800 attack and defense for each face-up monster you control. So this I remember as this is really OG TCG card, which could allow you for some crazy attack point boosts in Duel Links. It can net you a total of a plus 2400 on your monster.
Yeah, I think this card is definitely past its prime, though.
Oh yeah, for
With
sure,
especially since we have Power of the Guardians.
exactly.
Equipped cards like that, like this, they're just too too. They don't do enough, basically.
Yeah, you need more than just big monsters now. You need those latent effects that cards like Power of the Guardians gives you, protection and stuff. So, how do we stand? Again, another mediocre card. So, our third new card is Karma Cut. This is a normal trap. Discard one card, then target one face-up monster your opponent controls. Banish that target, then banish all cards with the same name as that monster from your opponent's graveyard. Whoa, that is pretty sick.
Yeah, this card is really, really nice, especially in, the Blue Eyes deck. They love to discard their
Mm-hmm.
stones to the grave, and this will give you a nice way to, right? Gaki Break is a great card, but there's situations where, like, you don't have to necessarily Raigeki break the. For instance, you don't have to Raigeki break the Purgatrio. You could Raigeki break the Alistair, and then
Right.
they can't even get to their fusion. So there's like some situations like that. Um, if they have multiple stones in the graveyard, you can banish. If they go to Synchro Summon, you can banish their stone, and then it banishes the rest of them from the grave as well. So
Yeah, this is
they're
probably good against Invoke too. Like if
yeah,
you're able to banish a same element saber that they have on the field or an Alistair, maybe something that could be pretty powerful.
yeah, it's a great card. I think it's not going to be a three of maybe. I don't think there's room for it, but definitely like one or two copies I could see
Yeah,
in the main deck.
definitely a powerful side deck card as well. I would think, depending on what matchup you're afraid of. So Karma Cut seems pretty nice. Now our last new card will be the normal trap Prideful Roar. During damage calculation, if your monster battles an opponent's monster with a higher attack, pay life points equal to the difference in attack. Your monster gains attack equal to that difference plus 300 during damage calculation only. Alright, so you can pay life points to win a single battle. Alright?
Yeah,
Depending on.
just play Mirror Wall.
Yeah, just play Beer Wall, yeah. You're gonna protect all your monsters and pay 2k if you want it for another turn. So this is pretty gimmicky. So yeah, those are the 7 new cards, 3 URs, 4 SRs coming with the new selection box. Will be dropping later today, which is Tuesday the 24th, which is the release date of the box. And my thoughts, I think depending on how many of the cards that you will have to support Chaos Dragon Levianeer, I think that is going to decide whether you buy into this box or not, right? If you are a competitive player, you probably have all of the staples that are also being shown off in this box, like Treacherous Trap Hole, Galaxy Cyclone. So, for you, as someone who is going to go into this looking for what's hot, I think this is only really an option for you if you already have the Eclipse Wyverns, the Thunder Dragons, any archetype that this deck can fall into. Other than that, I do not see that there is very much in the selection box for a competitive player. However, maybe for a new player, if they feel like that they can get enough staples all in one box, I'm not sure what other old cards are in the box, but yeah, it might be worth picking up. Which is gems, of
Uh,
course.
I think that if you are gonna play this KC Cup, I think you're gonna need the Chaos Dragon Levianeer, and you're gonna need Karma Cut. So
Yeah.
I think this box is definitely so if you had a choice, if you want the new Fortress box or if you want the selection box, you're trying to see which one you want to invest your money into. I definitely do this one
Yes.
because the Chaos Dragon Levianeer is gonna have a huge impact, I believe, in the meta.
Yeah, and if we you can check out our box review video. I do not think there was anything in that box that we thought stood out, that was going to change the meta. But in this box, there are 2 cards that are very important. Like you said, the KC Cup. These cards are going to be everywhere. Karma Cut is going to be in every deck or almost every deck, and you're going to have to learn how to play around it. And this Chaos Dragon card is going to be a boss monster in a deck that will rise in popularity a lot. So you're definitely going to have to learn what to do with that card. So, PDS, any final thoughts on the box before we head out?
Um, I think it's kind of nasty that Konami drops this right before the KC Cup,
Yeah,
but
it's
it
pretty
should it
crazy,
should
right?
make things pretty interesting.
Yeah, KC Cup's in 2 weeks, and they're assuring that we get another new meta right before then. So yeah, I'm really excited to see how this shakes things up. And if you're watching this near its release, we will be having a tournament where you can use all these new cards on Friday, March 27th. Battleface Fridays. Battleface every Monday and Fridays. Use the new cards. And yeah, show us what you have come up with. So that's going to be it from us. Be sure to check the description, subscribe to the YouTube channel, leave a like, join the Discord for updates on when we go live and when we post videos, and follow our Twitch channel so you know when we go live with tournaments and other great stuff over there. That's going to be it from me. Peace out, guys.